So what we're going to be talking about is what I'm calling the Sanity Matrix. And it's something I've seen before, but I really like the twist on this. I've been kind of working through it a little bit. Thanks, Jeremy. That's awesome. Appreciate that feedback. So anyway, I just want to share it with you because I think it might be helpful to increase your productivity, to help manage tasks, to help figure out what to do today, what to do next week, what to delegate, and what to get rid of. Like, what do I even really need to focus on? So anyway, I just wanted to share it with you because I'm really excited about how this might help you and your business. Not only am I going to share with you this process, I want to give you some tools. So I have a Trello board all set up to give you, and a Google Doc as well to help you work through this. It's not a complicated process. Sometimes when I get those complicated, not difficult to understand, but just a lot of steps and a lot of things to manage that help me manage all of my to-dos, I get overwhelmed. And when I'm overwhelmed, I just shut down from that. And so I don't do any of it, because if I can't do it all and do it right, I'm not going to do any of it. So that's how I'm wired. And so I found this to be really helpful. And I was hoping that it would help you as well. So, hey, Paul, thanks. All right, we'll see you in Zoom. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I have not shared this with anybody before, so I might be working through my verbiage a little bit, but I do want to give you this tool. I'm really excited about it. So let me share my screen and get started, and then we can just kind of talk through how you might apply this to your business. I don't expect it to take very long. It's, like I said, it's not very complicated. It's rather simple. And you might have seen something like this before. So I would love to share this with you and then get feedback. Hey, yeah, I do something like this. I do it this way or whatever. Let's have a little bit of a discussion. All right, so let me share my screen and we will get started. Oh, 1 second, I have a little error, of course. Let me just get that taken care of. Okay, let's try this one more time. And let's get the right window in front. So I can, 1 second. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen, because I'm not going to be looking at that. Let's see. Okay. 1 more second. I'm sorry. I got thrown off by Facebook, and so now I'm a little bit weird. Okay. Can you guys see everything okay? Give me a thumbs up or whatever. That's helpful, because it's real fun to be talking and not, you get through and it's like, oh shoot, they couldn't see what I was talking about the whole time. All right, guys. So basically, if you're overwhelmed at all by your to-do list, or maybe you don't even know where to start, this is a quick, just a quick thing to help you take your dreams and put them into action. Okay, to take your tasks, take your goals, and break them down and put them into action. So we're gonna do this one step at a time. I call it the Sanity Matrix. I did not look to see if that's trademarked, so maybe somebody else has it, but that seemed to fit for me because it takes chaos and organizes it and really helps me know what I need to do. I'm frozen. Let me get to my hard. 1 second, I forgot to do this. Okay, I should be okay still. I'm gonna keep going. If you can't hear me, I'll be watching the comments. So anyway, so if you're overwhelmed by anything, you have a lot to do and you're not really sure how to prioritize that, this is going to be extremely helpful for you to know how to move forward, taking one step at a time, okay? It might, you might not know where to start. Again, it's just going to move you through one step. So these are the images we're going to work through, and we'll see how this works. I want you guys to think about your dreams and your goals, which might be different, right? Your dream can be way out there. Maybe you have goals that help you reach your dream, and the goals are broken down into tasks. Basically what I want you to do is take those goals and those dreams and start building out your to-do list, the tasks. What do you need to do to get there? Everything goes. Get it all out on the table, or at least in a Google Doc. And I'm gonna give you a link to a Google Doc that organizes this for you, okay? So once we get through it, but you're gonna start with what is my goal? And maybe it's just to get through the month or the week. You figure out what works for you. Maybe it's the end of the year, and or maybe you do it by quarter, right? Whatever it is, I wouldn't go beyond 90 days with this. I would keep it to, you can even do it per day. So whatever, modify that for you. What do I need to accomplish today? And what are the things I need to do to get to that point? Okay. Maybe I need to, create a presentation. I have a webinar I need to do, or I'm creating a course, and this is what I need to finish by the end of the day. You just get all of your to-do items on a list. Just brainstorm it out and have everything there. Totally unorganized, totally fine. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you guys have probably seen this before, and I'd love to know if you have, but you're going to put your tasks in one of these quadrants. So that top left is going to be where you're going to put your urgent, important tasks. Okay. Anything that's urgent and important, you're going to put there. On the top right, you're going to put anything that's not urgent, but it is still important and requires your attention. All right. Then you're going to take your tasks that are not important, but are still urgent. There are still those things that have to be done in a very timely manner that maybe aren't so important to you. You're going to put those, in that bottom left quadrant. Okay. Then on the bottom right, you're going to put anything that's not urgent and not important. Okay. So you're going to be organizing your tasks by quadrant. After you have done that, all right, after you have done that. So number one, you're going to make your big to-do list. Number two, you're going to take those tasks and put them in a quadrant. Now, let me just say real quick, there's different ways you can do this. I'm going to give you, like I said, I'll show you how to do this in a Trello board that I have, and I'm going to get you the link to that so you can use that if you use Trello. I'll show you how to do this in a Google Doc. But you might be the type of person who likes Post-it notes, and maybe you put on each Post-it a task, and then you have a whiteboard and you just draw lines, make your own quadrants, and you just put those Post-its in the right corner, whatever quadrant those go into. Whatever works for you is totally game. Okay, the point is you want to move forward. So it doesn't have to be perfect, because it just can't. It can't be perfect. It's got to be fluid. So there will never be an end point. This is going to be something you do all the time to manage things. Okay. So once you get your tasks in the right quadrant, whether urgent, important, not urgent, important, urgent, not important, and not urgent, not important. Okay. Once you have that, you're going to look at that top left quadrant, and that one is going to be items that you need to do now. All right. Now, do not do what I do. This is a mistake. Learn from my mistakes. Don't go, oh, I need to do, these are all the things I need to do now, so they're going to go in this quadrant. These are all the things I need to, whatever the other things are. Don't organize your tasks by what needs to be done now. Organize them by, is this urgent and important? Okay, that's a very important distinction that I'm making here, and I'd love to know if this makes sense or doesn't. If it sounds like I'm saying the same thing, that would be good feedback for me. I want to make sure that you understand when you're putting your tasks in this quadrant, don't put them there because they're things that you need to do now. That's not your only reason for putting them there. Your criteria is going to be, is it urgent and important? Okay, I'm going to go back here. Is it urgent and important? It goes here. After you have your tasks there, then you can go, okay, now these are the things I need to do now. All right. Okay, so the first, that top left is things you need to do now. All right. That makes it easy. I know what I have to do today because all the things that I put in the urgent, important quadrant, those are things that I need to do now. Okay. Excellent, excellent in the comments. Even though I think getting ice cream is something I need to do now, I can relate to that. It's not so urgent, correct? Okay, so this is, I think, key to do it in this order. Excellent illustration, thank you. Okay, so next, the not urgent, important tasks. Those are things you need to schedule or plan for. And that's important, right? but they're things that you need to get on your calendar to do. Okay? Now, again, don't go from to-do list to I'm getting these things on the schedule. Make sure you put them in the right quadrant. You want to go anything that's not urgent and important, they go here. Now, these items here are going to go on my calendar, okay? Excellent, Joy, I will share some examples when we get to, probably when we get more to a Trello board, but yes, we will talk about that. And if you guys have some examples you want to bring up, let's talk. I'd love to have this be a bit of a discussion. So let me think, I need to think about this too. I should have come up with examples ahead of time, but things, let's say I am planning, I have a webinar coming up and there's things I need to do. I have all my tasks for that I'm going to be doing. Or even I could do this with, yeah, let's do a webinar. Okay, let's say I'm hosting a webinar of some sort. And so there's a bunch of tasks I need to do. I need to plan it out. I need to I need to promote it, maybe get the sales page done or the offer figured out. What is that going to look like? I need to know where I'm going to promote it. So those are all my tasks, right? I need to create my slides. I need to set it up in Zoom. If I'm going to broadcast into, if I'm doing a course, I'm going to broadcast into a group. Those are all tasks. So let's revisit this actually. Now that we're going to revisit this when we go to the Trello board in just a minute. Let me explain the whole thing, but we'll probably use that task, that project as an example. If you guys want to use another example, put it in the comments and we can do that as well. So right here, we've got the non-urgent important things you're going to put on your calendar to get to at a different time. All right. You want to guess what this one is? Urgent, not important, is going to be things that you delegate. All right, outsourcing is a really big deal. It's something that we all need. If we want to grow and scale our business, we've got to figure out how we're going to outsource, what we're going to outsource, and who we're going to outsource to, okay? And there's so many different ways to do that, lots of different ways to do that. And I will totally be honest, I have outsourced multiple projects and different things over the years of my business, and it still is a struggle for me. It's a struggle for me to figure out what do I really want to give this person, and that I can let go of, because some things I need to be on top of because my name is so attached to it, or I don't have the trust quite yet built with my VA and I need to build that before I can totally let go of it or whatever. But this helps me so much. So we have the things that are we do now, right? Anything in the urgent, important, those are the do now tasks. You do those first. The things that are not urgent and important, I'm going to put those on my calendar so that I know when I need to get those done. Then anything that's not important, but it is still urgent, okay? It's things that need to happen at a regular time, maybe social media, right? Things that somebody else can do. It needs to happen weekly or daily or 3 times a week, but it's not really important for me to do it. Then that's something I would delegate, okay? You want to guess what this last one is? We have one more left to go. And this is, let me again back up. I'm going to say the same thing. Don't go from tasks to I'm going to outsource this. Look at your urgent, not important, and put your tasks in that quadrant first. And then go, okay, these are the tasks I need to figure out how to delegate or outsource. All right, final one, not urgent, not important. This is awesome. These are things, if you are someone who likes to cross things off your list, this is the quadrant for you. These are things you get to eliminate, okay? Now, I would say that not urgent, not important, that might be an interesting thing for some of your long-term goals and dreams. Maybe you realize, you know what, man, I guess that's not so important to me if they don't end up here. If you're not willing to eliminate, that's something to wrestle with. But I think that that's really key. These, you know, if you're not willing to eliminate it, maybe it doesn't belong in the not urgent, not important, or you need to rethink that and go, okay, you know what? It doesn't really belong in the other 3. So it really is something that I need to be eliminating and not be doing. All right. So remember, again, you're going to start with your tasks. Then you're going to go to the putting the tasks in each quadrant based on the definitions for what goes in those quadrants. And then you're going to look at what to do with those tasks that are there. You're either going to do it now, you're either going to schedule it or you're going to delegate it or eliminate it. Okay, this is where it gets really cool though. All right, I think I had seen something like this before, but the next slide was new to me, and this idea, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Okay, so basically the things that you have here in this planning, that is going to be your most important quadrant. You need to plan well and make sure that you're getting these things scheduled. It's very important. That's actually your planning time is where you're probably going to spend a lot of your time. You're planning out, for me and my business, I'm planning out when is a good time to offer this particular content. I've been listening to this group for a while, this Facebook group. I've been involved in this new group, and I'm seeing a need where people really need, you know, there's a need for this kind of community, that it's a gap that I can fill. Those are the planning types of activities. Those are very important. They're really important for you to do. That's the most important thing. But here's what's cool. If you are being pulled from planning, if you're never able to get here because you're here, whatever's pulling you because you're whatever, stuck here, whatever it is, whatever's pulling you from this planning stage, this planning place, you need to put those things, not the planning things, but whatever's pulling you, into either delegate or eliminate. So if you're not sure what goes here, you're still struggling with that, another way to look at it is, what is pulling me from this most important place of planning for my business? And those things that are pulling you, you need to put them in delegate or eliminate. All right, and only you can really figure out what those things are. You can have a coach probably to walk alongside with you on that and help ask questions, but really it's kind of your deal. So you need to make those decisions. But what is pulling you? I thought that was really helpful for me. So I want to show you now. Let's see, one second. I'm going to show you the Trello board because I think that will be really helpful. And I'm going to need to make it big. So just a second. This one. Okay. So I'm going to give you a link to this, guys, if you find this helpful. And again, I would love feedback. Let me close this. If you are not familiar with Trello, I will give you just a little bit of a tutorial. Basically, there is these boards, okay? And this whole thing is a board. And your account, you can have multiple boards. On a board, so this is the Sanity Matrix board. On this board, I have what they call lists. Each one of these is a list, okay? So I have a goals and dreams list. I have an important urgent, which is due now list. I have important not urgent, which is my planning list. I have not important urgent, which is the delegate, things to delegate. And then I have not important not urgent, which is things to eliminate. And I could go through and I can color these. I can put whatever I want behind them to help color code them if I wanted to. But basically those are lists. And then on each list is what they're calling cards. Okay. So what's cool is you can click on the card and it will open it. Okay. I am assuming you guys can see this. I should probably look at the comments. Okay. I'm going to assume, because I'm not hearing anything, that you guys can see this. So, basically, when I click on the card, this comes up. And in the card, I can put a description, I can have a comment, and it'll show all the comments. I can actually attach Google Docs, I can attach videos, I can make a checklist, all kinds of things. I can share these with people, all kinds of deals. So that's what is in the card. But what's really cool is, and what I'm excited about this, if you guys are in, any of you are in our private label group, we had the RAD model, and we use this Trello board as well, another one that's for private label. But basically what I can do, let's say I have this to do, my first to do task. So if I am going to be creating a course or a webinar, one of my tasks would be to, let's see, like title, let me see, title the course. Okay, so I need to come up with a title. Save that. And then I can, maybe I have like needs that I'm seeing. So let's say I'm in an RV group and I'm seeing needs. Maybe it's not a course, I'm not sure, but this is just my brainstorm. There are people are looking to connect. That's a need I'm seeing. Save that, and then I could actually have another one. And so I can just kind of brainstorm. And as I'm involved in different groups about RV, so guys, I am assuming we've talked about in this group how to find your niche and your passion. And one of the things is to go get involved in Facebook groups where you're at, right? Or go find a group. And that's why we've been sharing a lot of Facebook groups that have huge numbers of members. There's a Facebook group for anything. You start getting involved there and you'll start seeing the questions that people are asking, the same things. And I started getting into, we're considering getting a trailer, an RV trailer, and traveling a little bit. So I've gotten myself in those groups. I never, ever, I don't know anything about this. Nothing. I know nothing about RVs. I know nothing. I never wanted to do this, but we're considering it. And so I'm in these groups, and what I'm seeing is a lot of people are asking questions about different types of trailers for different family configurations, right? They've got little kids, they've got teens, they've got just them as a couple, they've got animals. They have different things that they want to do. Some of them are out boondocking, which is a totally new term to me, but it's, you know, you're not using any hookups, where others just go and stay in a park, an RV park, and they stay there, they live there full time, or, you know, and then other people are traveling full time. There's other people, other things that I've seen in there is people are really hungry for community. They want community, either they're looking for a church or something that they've left that they don't have because they are traveling all the time. And so other things are like, how do you cook efficiently, or how do you keep it, you know, weatherproof, to all these different things. I'm seeing these questions and I'm thinking, man, there is so much need here, so much opportunity in these groups to be sharing. And I didn't have the answers, though. I was the one asking half the questions, but I'm seeing a lot of other people asking these same questions, and I'm looking at all the answers. And oh, awesome. Pumpkin carving. Yep. Food art. There's so many great things out there. And so if you just hang out in there, Christine, thanks for sharing. If you hang out in those groups, you start seeing what the needs are. And so you can have this be a brainstorm. And so there is something I'm thinking about doing that is a community building in one of these groups. And of course the group itself is community building, but this would be a little bit of a like a niche within the whole RV life, right? So maybe I want to build a course around that. So I want to look for people, you know, what are people looking for, and just kind of brainstorm that through. So if I'm building a course, this might be one task. Another task, I add another card. You know what, sorry, I would actually rename this. This would be my task. My description, I could have that be whatever, but that would be my task. So my title course. So then in that next card, maybe it would be, so I'm going to title my card, research content for course. Okay, so what I want to show you is, okay, titling my course, well, that's really important, but it's not something I have to do until the end. So I'm going to move that card over here. Okay, research content for the course. That's probably more urgent because I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing before I can probably title it, really. I'll have an idea, but I want to figure out what it is I'm actually going to be doing. So that would go here. Okay, this is why I love Trello. So I can move these around wherever I need to move them. Oh, you know what? I'm actually, let's say create slides is another task for that. So, okay, in here, I might have an attachment to a PowerPoint template and a Google Doc that has what I want on the slides. And that then I would be able to take this and say, you know what, that is, it's urgent, but it's not important for me to do any more than that. So I'm going to take create slides, I'm going to put it under here. I can outsource that or delegate it. Okay. You get in the groove here. So your goals, dreams, these end up actually turning into your tasks. each card would be a task, so, or a to-do. And then you just keep doing your thing. So task, I don't know why that made that green. I must have done something when I did that. Oops, come on. I think my hand is hitting a thing that's making it turn colors. Okay, so you can change the colors here. If I wanted to, like, maybe I want all of, you know, maybe I want the tasks for this course to all be green. I think I can, no, I can't. Okay, so all the tasks, then you can have multiple projects on here. So all of my green might be for this new course I'm coming out with. All my blue, you know, I could label this one blue, and these ones might be for another project. I don't know, something, maybe I'm doing a lead magnet, or I'm, you know, just research. I'm just getting involved and trying to figure out what my niche is, whatever it is. But you can then have multiple cards, you know, all of your tasks related to a single project can be color coded, however you want to do it. But basically you can take these cards and you can put them wherever they need to go. This one's not important. I need to eliminate that and figure out how to do that. Okay. So that's it, guys. Honestly, I just wanted to share that with you. Oh, so this is the Trello board. I will give you the link. I was having trouble. For some reason, it wasn't giving me the link to copy. It wasn't copying it to the clipboard. So I will get this to you. I will post it in this, the Build Your Income Streams group. And it will also be in the email for the replay, guys, if you are on Zoom with me. So just give me a couple hours to get that link for you. But I wanted to also show you, I'm going to share this with you. This is the Google Doc. 1 second. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That I was going to give you guys as well. And basically what it is same thing, but maybe you function this way better. So whatever is urgent, important, you just put those things in here. So actually, you're going to have your task list, and then you're going to move them over into here. Okay, I could insert a page before for you guys. I'll do that. But you're going to be putting all your tasks that are urgent and important, you put them here. All the ones that are not urgent but still important, you're going to list them in here, and you it's just a table. So and down here you'll do your urgent, not important, and not urgent, not important down here. Okay, and it has, this is the eliminate, delegate, do now, and plan. So this link I will give you as well, and I'm gonna put it right now in the chat and in Facebook. That's the Google Doc link in the chat. You know what, Linda, that's a really good question. And honestly, I never really have used Evernote. I had it, but I never really used it because I get overwhelmed when there's so many options. Let me just put this in here. I get overwhelmed when there's a lot of options. And so it's just helpful for me this was super simple and I could get my brain around it. And I love the Trello board because you can visually see, I can move these over as I need to. If I realize, you know what, actually this is not so important, I'm going to move it over here, and that's something I need to plan. And I can quickly look and see what it is I need to do today, what it is I need to be, working and planning, and knowing this is where I want to spend most of my energy and time. Remember, anything that pulls you from that is going to be, you're going to want to move that into your delegate or eliminate groups. So let's go back to this. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's extremely powerful. And if you might have a system that works for you, totally go for it. Use what works for you. Please don't go, oh, I can't do that anymore, I gotta do what Jenny said. No. do not do that. This was just a very helpful tool for me, and especially tied with that Trello board, that's really helpful. Maybe you need to do Post-it notes on your whiteboard, whatever works for you. But I just wanted to, okay, I'll look at the Google Doc. I don't know why it's doing that. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Oh, it's locked still. Why is that? Anyway, I think anyone with the link, there we go. I see what I needed to do. See if this works. I think it's the same link. I know, Christine, I'm the same way. I try things and then I don't stick to them because they are complicated for me. And that it's more, I understand it and it sounds great. And that's why I'm trying it in the first place, right? Here, try this link for the Google Doc and see if this works in the Facebook group. Oh, good. Okay, that worked. So I totally understand that, you know, I can get lost a lot of times. I can understand the concepts. I get what I need to be doing, and that's really helpful, but I don't stick to it because there's too many steps, or I don't even think about it. And I just think this has really been helpful, and I was hoping that it would be helpful for you guys as well. You can use Trello with your team, and you can keep some things private. You can I think you can only do a whole board. So you can share a board with your team. You can't keep certain lists private, as far as I know. I was looking into that and I didn't see where you could. Anyway, so yeah, Trello is a great project management tool with a team if everybody's willing to use it. So if it's your team and you're saying this is how we're going to communicate, then that's helpful. But anyway, I thought this would be really helpful for you guys. I'm going to stop my share. Oh, wait, one more second. I have one more slide. I wanted to tell you guys too, in the comments, especially in the Facebook group, if you're not over there and you're on the Zoom call, at some point, you need to be in that Facebook group, because we talk a lot about, the whole point of it is building out multiple income streams and how to do that. And this is just a way to kind of manage your, you know, what you're doing, and it can apply across the board, this system. But so you need to be over there in that group if you're not there. I think there's a Trello app. I don't use it that way. I know Ryan uses Trello a lot. He uses it more than I do. But anyway, I will share that Trello link with you guys in the Facebook comments, and I will email it for the replay if you're on Zoom. Okay, I just need to get, the link wasn't working. Anyhow, I wanted to just let you know, I have one more thing coming up on Monday. I'm going to start a class. So how many of you guys, okay, let's go back to Trello. It is free to use. Keep posting your questions. I'll get back to them in just a second. But yeah, Trello is free. There are some upgrades you can get, but it's free. Anyway, let me go back, guys. So I do a class. I've been doing it for a couple of years, 10 books in 10 days with my daughter, Hallie. And I just, I've gotten actually people saying that they wanted to learn how to do, they want to do a course like that, not necessarily about books, but they want to do, okay, let me back up. The number one comment I get from people who have taken that class is they are so thrilled that they actually did something, that they took action. And the way that we have that course set up is designed to help people take action. It breaks things down into little tiny steps, and it's just a 10-day course, okay? And at the end of the 10 days, you have 10 books. Well, what I'm doing is I'm taking what I've learned over the last 2 plus years, and teaching this, not just 10 books in 10 days. I've taught other topics, other classes, other courses using the same model. I know it works. Every time we present some sort of program using this model, it works. People, when they take action, they feel empowered and they share really good testimonials. I've gotten more positive testimonials. I've gotten more, like hundreds of them, more than any other thing that I've done. And so people love that they can take action, and that's something I love to help people do. So the way that I've taught this class is very, it's proven. It helps people move. It helps people step into things, and it helps them have success, because they're not going to be successful if they don't take action. So what I've learned along the way, all those secrets, all of the mistakes that I've made, tips that I've learned, things that I've tried, I'm going to share in this 10-day course method so that you can create a course around what the same type of format, okay? So it could be 10 days, you could do a 5-day, you could do 7-day. I'm going to show you what you need to do, how to set it up, and what you need to do each day to have a successful course presented in the same way that I present the 10 books in 10 days. Now, it's only $27, so I wanted to invite you to that. I will copy this link and actually it's right here and give it to you. But I wanted to let you know, some people have asked, okay, I have no idea what I would do for a course, and I totally get it. And the thing is, like, we kind of talked about it a little bit a few minutes ago. And Ryan and I have been talking about this for a long time in this group, since it started, really, is the value of Facebook groups. The people, you find your people, they will tell you what you need to build, how you need to serve them. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. So if you don't know what it would even be on, what your topic would be, who your people are, go ahead, still come into it, because we are going to touch on that and talk, so that, I mean, I want you to have a course, something you're going to build a course on before we actually build the course, right? But it's a 5-day class. It starts on Monday. I just put the links in, and it's everything that you will need to be able to build your own, whatever it is, in 10 days course, okay? There's going to be a private Facebook group, 5 days of live webinar training. Every day will be live in that group. Everything you need to develop and set up your course. And I'm also going to give you some templates that you can use to build out your course. So it will be, everything's there for you. I'm super excited about that, because there's so many ways that are not traditional for courses. This, you might call this a flash course or a mini course, anything along those lines. It can actually end up being your lead generator, okay? And that's why I really want to get this out to you. So sign up. We start on Monday. And if you can't be on live with us, I forget the time. Let me see if it's here. 2 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday next week at 2 o'clock Pacific, 4 Central, 5 Eastern. We're going to broadcast live and do the training. We're going to kick off and discuss your focus for your course. We're going to talk about how to plan each day, how to get your material ready for delivery, how to set up your Facebook group, because you're going to deliver through the Facebook, and questions and answers, and what's next, so I can help you. My goal is for you to have it all done within those 5 days. I want to move you to action. So I just put the link in there, guys. Would love to have you in there and help you. This, again, could be a lead generator for you. And there's a lot of value in having a lead magnet of some sort. So we'll talk about all of that next week. So I'd love to have you guys in there. Let's see, are there any other questions? I'm going to stop my share so I can see what in the world I'm doing. I will share the Trello board. You have the Google Doc. And now I lost my window. All right. I think we're good. Awesome. Well, guys, I would love to hear if you end up using this program. The Sanity Matrix is what I'm calling it. If you end up using it, I would love to hear how you're using it and how it's helping you. So if you have found some tweaks to the Trello board that you want to do, or whatever it is, okay, let me tell you real quick that Google Doc, you need to copy that table and put it in your own. Don't put your things in there. I think it's not editable. So you're going to need to copy. I'll make sure I have those settings right. You can just copy that table and put it in your own Google Doc. Just paste it into your own, or in Word, or whatever. But I just, Amy, great. We'll see you in there. I want to know how you guys are doing with it, and maybe you found ways to make it better, or maybe you've really struggled, and I'd love to hear that too, and see if there's something I can do to help. So anyway, that's it, guys. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, and hope that you guys find this to be really helpful, and I look forward to seeing how you're going to use it. And maybe we'll see you next week in the 10-day course method class. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday.